Hello, innovators, entrepreneurs, and risk takers. Welcome to another episode of the Web3 with Sam Kamani podcast. I'm your host, Sam Kamani. I am a multiple exit founder as well as an Amazon best-selling author, and I'm here to share with you or interview people who work in Web3. And so for today, I'm interviewing Maxim, who is the co-founder or founder of Deo Bank, a decentralized bank. So he's here to share with us how does that bank work, what is so different, how is it different to a neobank, what are the benefits or disadvantages, if any, of using a product or a service like that. So as always, nothing mentioned in this podcast episode should be taken as investment advice, and as always, please leave a review for this episode after listening to this on whichever platform you are on. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So Maxim, welcome to the show. Looking forward to interviewing you on the Web3 podcast. And so let's just get started. How did you get involved in all things Web3 and blockchain and crypto?
Yeah, thank you for having me here. So it's a long story, but I will get it in short. So on 2016, it was a year when I bumped in blockchain. So at that moment, I have had the technical platform for selling the real estate in Asia. So it was a quite good revenue stream for over $100 million per year. And when I see Bitcoin, I understand, it will be the game changer. And that moment, with collaboration with one of the biggest venture capital from Silicon Valley with 500 startups, I'm sure that you know that. We actually started in that 2016. We started to build a platform for simplify the real estate transaction on the blockchain. And actually developers in that moment, we was targeting developers in Vietnam, in Malay, and they was quite happy with this. But they got one obstacle that we could not go through. It was banks. Banks, you was surely no for that moment to do any transaction related to crypto. After that, I launched my fully legal exchange. It's a on-ramp, off-ramp for B2B. We get all licensings and we are serving the B2B businesses for on-ramp and off-ramp. And it was that moment already. It was some crypto card. It was back 2019 maybe. But around 2 years ago, I was sitting with my partners and we understand that, okay, every one of us have different businesses in crypto space, but have the same different businesses, but the same obstacle. This is banks. And we understand if banks don't want to work with crypto, we need to build our own bank. This was the starting point, and a lot of work has been done on the background. We haven't got in public until the last October. So before that moment, we was gathering the strong team. If you will get on our team, you will see the very experienced people who deliver their experience and help us to avoid many mistakes by growing it. And we was building the fundamental infrastructure for bridge to this not can be breached world. And we understand this big challenge, but we are here and we are doing it already in public over 8 months. It is going good.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I have a question. I have come across neobanks, and the name is very similar. Deo Bank, like decentralized. I guess that's the D stands for. How does Deo Bank differ from a lot of other sort of neobank projects out there?
Let's just then get deep dive a little more. So what is actually neobanks? Yeah. Neobanks is actually some application that is still built on traditional finance, on TradFi, but somehow improve your user experience and so on. But still, the rails are the same. Traditional banking, where is a high cost, inefficient, and very regulated, and many things. So we come to understanding that to just change the front, change the face, will not give so big value. So neobanks, yes, they improve the user customer journey, but the process of sending money, the rails of this transaction is still on the TradFi. We are changing this paradigm and we are bringing all this very useful and user-friendly front end to the fully decentralized rails. So it means that Deo Bank is a short evolution of banks. The second one is a neobank The third one is DeoBank, decentralized on-chain bank. This is something that works on two sides. This is non-custodial and custodial part. So we are working on custodial part too. We integrated with many off-ramp solutions with Visa, all this traditional finance. And we have some decentralized finance. And all this together, combined under one roof, it's mean DeoBank.
Yeah, fantastic. And as you continue to build DeoBank, how when you were building your real estate platform, you came across a very big challenge, and that was the banks. And that still is a challenge. I also run podcasts we're starting for Binance in New Zealand. And even as big a company as Binance was facing challenges opening an account in New Zealand because the traditional banks give so much trouble to any crypto related or Web3 related company or organization. What challenges do you expect that you will face building DeoBank as you move ahead?
I can tell you like this, how big is your confidence that someday all banks will start to work with crypto?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. It's going to happen.
It's a question of time. And luckily, currently now on the market, a lot of presidents, we will not name them, but they are playing around the crypto. Very strong big players are doing it.
Yes.
And we see that the landscape of the banking and the whole atmosphere about and talks of banks about the crypto change the last half of the year. So now we get already some, I will not tell now the names, but we get already, and we are working on finalizing the deals with banks in different countries. And they are very open now to get the strong partners in crypto. So in overall, I can tell you that on that moment that like 2 years ago, we would not expect that in 2 years it will be so good, the atmosphere about the banks and about the crypto. But now we understand that, okay, it is. But included that, we have a very strong team. We have, for example, Suleiman, he's the ex-CEO of National Bank of Abu Dhabi, and he had a big connection in the banking system. And so this is the point. We came to the market prepared. We understand that the banks are a challenge. We know how to
overcome that. Yes, so you can overcome that, but what other challenges you expect you will face if that's not a challenge?
Yeah, no, of course it's a challenge. It's a challenge that we know how to handle, and this is just matter of time. On another side, we see the big challenge is to educate community. So currently now we have over 70,000 people. 70,000 people already joined our platform. It is growing rapidly. But the question is that for them, they are mostly 2.5 people. So we cannot call them Web3 because, they know what's mean Binance, how to open a bank account, but this is like an account on the exchange. And our mission is to educate them how to interact with all these things and don't be trapped in some scams and so on. So this is a big challenge because easy to do something complicated, but very difficult to do something easy. So what we are doing, we really simplify all the DeFi complicated methods to the very simple neobank style. So you can participate in a stablecoin strategy in 3 clicks. So just 1 to 3. For anyone, your grandma can do it. This is our main goal, to make it so simple that, for example, they no need never go to our protocol, because there is to understand how to don't lose money. Oh my gosh.
There's so much. DeFi is so big these days, and there's like a million strategies and so many wallets and this and then restaking and liquid staking and 1,000 things that you have to learn. You have to learn a whole new vocabulary, and if you are not a degen, it's very hard.
You still will lose money.
You still lose money. Even they lose money, but they don't, But to think of, will my mom use it? No. It's most of those things, but something simple that abstracts out a lot of those jargon. So anyone can open an account, or is there any limitations, or how does it work, or who cannot?
So of course we are working in the fully compliant regulatory worldwide things. And it's a normal list of the countries that are under sanctions, standard list. There, of course, we are not operate. But for us, it's much more easier to target these unbanked people, because it's more than 1.4 billion people who are currently now unbanked. So why is unbanked? Because they are not so interesting for the banks, because the check is too small, and the operation cost of the bank is very high.
Absolutely.
So for us, even small check is something that brings us value. So in this case, we are targeting on the second stage, we are targeting on these unbanked people.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about what people really want to know. How do they win a Ferrari? I'm just kidding, but yeah.
Let me then just come to Ferrari in the understanding that why we are doing it.
Yes.
In overall, we think and we believe that only community-centric products can win the game. So it's not on the another side when you first build the product, and then trying to find community who want to participate in this product. This is little broken strategy because then you need to sell something. We don't need to sell anything because we are growing community. We incentivize community in different Web3 ways. And they already now joining with understanding that we are as stakeholders of this bank. I always like to share this, like on the psychology side, understanding that, okay, the joke that the guy just bought $200 invest in Coca-Cola stocks.
Yes.
And then in the evening, he go with his wife in the supermarket and wife asking, okay, hubby, what we will drink in the dinner? He said, of course, Coca-Cola. I need to create profit for my company.
Exactly.
So he already associate him with this company.
Yeah.
In our scenario is the same. So when he get a stakeholding, he buy a note, he with us minimum for 8 years. He say, okay, this bank is the best bank. Why?
Yeah.
Minimum because he need to generate profit for him. So in this case, we put the community in the center and deliver them emotions around this. And the Ferrari is one of the things. So this is emotions that we really bought it. We really create all the tuning, etc. It's very little because Ferrari is in overall is perfect already. You don't need to add anything there. And on the 14th of June, we will have a big event in Bangkok, Beyond Banking Summit.
Yeah.
So we call it Beyond Banking Summit, and there will be raffled a real Ferrari. So one person will win.
And whereabouts are you based in the world? Are you based here?
Yeah, our headquarters is here in Dubai.
And regulated under.
We regulated here. We regulated in Canada. We regulated in Czech Republic. So we are constantly working on the compliance side without unstop. And this is, of course, because it's very important. And in this case, we are targeting a fully non-custodial side, but still custodial part. Central part is there because for now the market is not ready for fully being non-custodial,
decentralized solution.
But this is the target.
That's great. So how does it work? So say if someone wants to start register an account, can they just go and do it? Do they have to first go through AML, KYC? How does the process work currently?
Yeah. We have two sides. You can switch this to mode. It's very convenient. You can switch to non-custodial. Non-custodial doesn't require any QIC, is understandable. Yes. For the custodial part, you can use a wallet and under some threshold. And of course, if you want to get a Visa card for get just spending directly from your stablecoins, you need to pass KYC. Yes. So we are working directly with Visa. You can find our company visa.com. Yeah, we are providing this. I think that one of the most important off-ramp solutions for now, for all these new members that join in all the crypto market, they always say, okay, can I spend on buying coffee? You can.
You should be able to with stable coins. There shouldn't be anything stopping. You know what? One thing I heard from whether it's merchants or companies like DeoBank is that Visa charges you a lot of, I don't know, anywhere between 3 to 7%. Is that still true? This was some time ago.
Yeah, of course, Visa is charging for this type of transaction. But I can tell you that our 1.5% on transaction is, I think, the lowest fees in the whole world about
it is absolutely low, really low.
Yeah. You know how from 3 to 7 is as a standard for crypto. And to be fair, this is something that you are paying for the comfort. You can here invite some third parties, they are very gray. You don't know how they can exchange you to cash. They don't have license. You need to deal with them and so on. This is something that can cost $30 per 1,000 because I always tell people, always try to calculate not based on the percentage, based on the money that you spend and that you pay. If you spend $1,000, $1,000. $30 you will pay for. This is only 3%. This is not a big deal for you to just feel comfortable and not deal with some illegal things.
Absolutely. That's fair enough. Running even businesses and e-commerce and stuff. Visa and Amex and everyone charges that. Even in TradFi world, as a merchant, you have to pay. As a consumer, you often have to pay because merchants pass the cost back down to the consumers. So it's understood and it's common. But when it's crossing 7%, it was a lot.
If you will take your local card and go somewhere in another country, you will be charged around 5-7%.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. Forex rate.
Spread is quite big in
banks hide these fees. They say, okay, you don't have any fees, but
they give you really bad exchange rate.
Yes.
I know. I live in New Zealand and I use the New Zealand card all around the world, and everywhere I get slightly different rate and their spread is really bad. But it's what you do. You have to deal with it. But I think the other benefit could be that you can use your stable coins and then stake them while you're not using them. Would that be right?
I will even tell you more. You don't need to stake anything. So the point is, the moment when stablecoin landed your bank VFI account, it's already start to generate you yield.
Amazing.
Yeah, no need to frozen them, there are no commission, etc. Even you already connect to your card to the last moment until you tap and buy for your wife. It will generate user profit.
So you don't have to go to the app and unstake and then only use your card. That's such a big usability benefit for the end.
Every day you receive this yield, and
yes,
it's the same day you already can start to spend this yield.
Amazing. So what's next? Say in the best case scenario, in 1 year, where do you want to be and what your plan for the next, say 6 to 12 months or so?
The main thing in bank is the credits. This is the main product. So this is something that we are preparing to develop, to launch. We're now on the development stage. And the credits actually is something that will open for just a normal retail people DeFi benefits. Because we want to bring real credit protocol, very simple way how you can use it. This is some big missions that we are targeting. And together with DeFi protocol, when you have all this fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, everything is understandable. For you, it's become a real decentralized on-chain bank. So we are targeting in this year over 1 million users. And so this is where we're going.
That's great. Will you launch a protocol for borrowing and lending or some, because you're providing credit, then you'll allow other users to lend that money to be able to provide that?
Yeah, it will be around this. So again, it will be not a standard DeFi and not a standard credit in a bank. So it will be in the middle. This is something that we are working on. We keep it for now private, but when it will be ready, we will launch it already for the ready community.
Oh, amazing. That's really good to hear. And so my final question is, in order to achieve that vision as well as to get to your cross 1 million, do you have any ask? Are you looking for funding? Are you looking to hire more? Anything else? Feel free to share with the audience.
What we always need and who we always benefit, this is our active people and key opinion leaders. This is someone who spread to the world about us. So this is what we always need. We are targeting the people. We are hunting community. We don't hunting fundings. We are good with fundings. We don't need it. So we really need people who like our product. And this is what we need.
That's really good to hear. Thank you so much, Maxim, for your time, and wish you best of luck in onboarding the next 1 million people.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening or watching this episode of the Web3 with Sam Kamani podcast. By now, you know the drill. Leave a comment or share this episode with a friend and leave a review. I would love to hear from you. So that's why my DMs are open. Reach out to me, especially if you are a founder building a product in Web3. Then I would love to hear from you. What are your challenges? Is there anything that I can help you or my community can help you with? Thank you once again and wish you best of luck in building your startup or your project.